Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and I want to help you be more productive by giving you the 13 best productivity tips I've learned over the years from Tony Robbins, the best in the business. He's a longtime coach of professional athletes, MMA fighters, celebrities of all kinds, actors, and he's had millions of people in his seminars and his events. He's coached countless people on leadership, relationships, success, and just overcoming anything that's holding them back in life. So I want to give you his 13 biggest productivity tips right now to really change your life and help you get the results you want to get. Number one, he always talks about taking massive action. Some of the things he's talked about on this subject are, he said, action is the most important key to any success. He said what people can do is very different from what they will do. So just because you can do something doesn't mean you're doing it. A lot of people are qualified to do things, but they're not taking action like the people that are successful are. The path to success is to take massive, determined action. Without action, nothing gets done. Knowledge doesn't lead to success. Knowledge just paves the way for the right type of action. You see in life, lots of people know what to do, but few people actually do what they know. Knowing is not enough. You must take action. So stop just informing yourself and educating yourself all the time without taking action. It's important to do both, but you have to take action all the time or you won't get any results. And that is one of his biggest keys to productivity. Number two, he's a big believer in setting goals. Tony Robbins always talks about this. He says setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Goals are like magnets. They'll attract the things that make them come true. And people are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals. That is, goals that do not inspire them. So we all have goals in a way, but a lot of people don't set them purposely to help them succeed. That's the biggest problem. Your goal might be to watch a TV show today. That's a short-term goal. You're probably going to do it, but it's not going to help you long-term. It's not going to help you be productive. If you're doing laundry right now, you had to set a small goal to do your laundry, to get it done. Now you might accomplish that goal, but what is that doing to help you succeed in business? Now, I'm not saying you should just not do laundry or watch TV. I'm just saying that clear goals that are set purposely to help you succeed are extremely important. And if you don't just sit down and write down exactly what you want and what you want to accomplish and what amount of time, then you're going to have a hard time actually focusing on what you want to do and actually taking action towards that goal. Number three, build strong habits, because habits are what make your long-term success. And in essence, if we want to direct our lives, we must take control of our consistent actions. It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. For changes to be of any true value, they've got to be lasting and consistent. So what you do on a daily basis shapes your success, shapes what goals you achieve. What you do day in and day out is a lot more important than what you do every once in a while. So if you want to accomplish something, break it up into daily habits so that you can constantly be working towards it and taking one step at a time closer to achieving. Number four, make firm decisions on what you want. If you don't make a firm, real, clear decision on what you want, how can you ever expect to have any change for a positive effect? Something Tony Robbins would say, a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided. It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Using the power of decision gives you the capacity to get past any excuse to change any and every part of your life in an instant. Stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. So you should make firm decisions. You should know exactly what you want. You should know exactly why you want it. And when you make that decision, stick with it. Be committed to it. Because this is what's going to help you get what you want. You might have to change your approach to reaching that goal that you've set for yourself, but the goal, the decision, it should stay firm. It should be exactly what you want. You shouldn't be changing your mind all the time about it. Number 5, take care of your body. Now, he's a big believer in fitness and health, taking care of yourself, because it increases your productivity when you feel good. The higher your energy level, the more efficient your body. The more efficient your body, the better you feel, and the more you will use your talent to produce outstanding results. So if you're feeling like crap, you're probably not going to create some very good results. You're not going to be productive. You're not going to be successful because you're going to be lazy. You're going to procrastinate. It's going to lead to a lot of bad habits. Take care of your body, keep your energy levels up, feel good, and you'll feel like conquering the world. Number 6, make changes until it works. Don't just keep banging your head against the wall expecting to eventually break through. Don't mistake this for a lack of commitment, because what he said is, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Okay, so if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. You've probably heard that before. Stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. If you don't commit to your decisions, you won't accomplish them, because nothing happens overnight. Just stay flexible in your approach, because the strategies may change over time. The first strategy you do probably won't work. The second one probably won't work. You have to go through some failure, some trial and error before you get to the goal. But you have to still aim for the same goal. Number 7, master your beliefs. And this is one of the biggest productivity tips that Tony Robbins always talks about, is your beliefs. Because what you believe is really what matters and what creates the actions you take. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. It's what you believe it to be. And here are a few things he said about that to kind of put this in perspective for you. He said, beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. Human beings have the awesome ability to take any experience of their lives and create a meaning that disempowers them, or one that can literally save their lives. We will act consistently with our view of who we truly are, whether that view is accurate or not. We are the only beings on the planet who lead such rich internal lives that it's not the events that matter most to us, but rather it's how we interpret those events that will determine how we think about ourselves and how we act in the future. Things do not have meaning. We assign meaning to everything. It doesn't matter what something just is by itself. It matters how you interpret it. That will create the actions, good or bad, that you take. That will create the mindset that you have, whether it's positive or negative. How you view it is what will create what happens next. And you might as well make your beliefs serve you instead of holding you back. That's what Tony Robbins is always talking about. Make the meaning serve you. Make it have a positive impact on your life. Make it help you be productive instead of procrastinate. Don't let it make you lazy. Don't let it make you not take action. Help it serve you. Help your beliefs create you and create the best version of you that you want to become. Number 8, learn from the best. He's a big believer in not reinventing the wheel. Here are a few quotes that he talks about this. If you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. Successful people ask better questions, and as a result, they get better answers. Don't reinvent the wheel. Success leaves clues. Do what successful people do until you get the same results. So like he says, don't reinvent the wheel. Success leaves clues. If you study successful people, you'll learn some of their habits. You'll learn some of the things that they do to become successful. You'll learn some of the strategies that they're doing just by paying attention and following the patterns of their work. Successful people ask questions, and they're better questions than unsuccessful people ask. So ask the people who know what they're doing how they do it. Find people to be around. Be observant of how they live, how they work. Just study the people and model the people that have already gotten to the level that you want to get to, because I guarantee someone has done it, or someone has done something similar. Number 9, learn to focus. Most people have no idea of the giant capacity we can immediately command when we focus all of our resources on mastering a single area of our lives. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. So what he's saying is you need to be focused. You need to eliminate your distractions. If we used all our mental capacity on one task at a time, the possibilities would be endless. The goals you would achieve would be incredible. The things you could accomplish would change your life. And all you really need is focus and the right goals, determination, and the other things that I cover in this video. But focus is incredibly important because it makes you so much more productive when you're doing one thing and doing one thing very well, as opposed to doing multiple things as a jack of all trades, or multiple things not very well or average. Focus. Get really good at the one or two certain things you need to get good at, and do one task at a time as you're going through your to-do list. Number 10, be committed to your goals. Don't just change your mind all the time. Don't just quit. Don't stop believing that you can achieve them, because you can if you keep going. Some of the things he said are, there's no abiding success without commitment. There's always a way if you're committed. And the only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. You have to be committed to accomplish anything of real value. Whether it's marriage, whether it's business success, whether it's personal development, whether it's health, what different things. It really doesn't matter. If you want to accomplish the most meaningful and worthwhile things in life, you have to commit to them. So commit to your goals, and you might have to change your approach to reaching those goals a few times, but always stay committed to your goals. Number 11, use the most powerful motivation techniques, okay? And he gives great advice on motivation and what really makes us want to do something. And to be productive, we all know that motivation is one of the biggest keys to that. So here's what he says about motivation. In life, you need either inspiration or desperation. That's why you hear so many rags to riches stories. For instance, the founder of Paul Mitchell Hair Products, who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, used to live in his van or his vehicle, whatever it was, and sell shampoo out of it. He was homeless, and now look at him. there's countless stories like this where a lot of the world's wealthy people started out homeless or $1 million in debt or something like that because they needed that desperation to finally work hard enough to achieve what they had to achieve, because they didn't have enough inspiration before they were at rock bottom. Another thing he said is, the truth is that we can learn to condition our minds, bodies, and emotions to link pain or pleasure to whatever we choose. By changing what we link pain and pleasure to, we will instantly change our behaviors. The secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you do that, you're in control of your life. If you don't, life controls you. So, inspiration or desperation? Preferably you would need inspiration. Hopefully you'll never have to hit rock bottom to become so desperate that that's what it takes for you to be successful. Hopefully it'll never come to that. That's why you need to always make sure you're inspired and do the right things that Tony Robbins and other productivity coaches teach, to always be inspired and ready to get to work, so that you don't have to hit rock bottom first before you finally figure out that you have to work harder. Now you can use pain and pleasure as your main ways of convincing yourself to do things that need to be done. So a lot of people will procrastinate. That's one of the biggest problems. We would rather be on our smartphones and play video games and watch TV than actually work. Do things that pay the bills, that buy clothes for their family, things like that. Pain and pleasure are the key to convincing yourself and motivating yourself to do things, one thing at a time. What are the consequences or the pain that will come from not doing the big task you need to do? What pleasure will come from doing it? How will you feel? How will you reward yourself? How will other people view you when you accomplish this? So, when you look at it through pain and pleasure, you can really convince yourself to do anything that needs to be done. Number 12, look at everything as feedback. There is no such thing as failure. There are only results. You always succeed in producing a result. I've come to believe that all my past failures and frustrations were actually laying the foundation for the understandings that have created the new level of living I now enjoy. So he means a few things by this. He means feedback is coming from everything that you fail at or succeed at in life. So don't look at things as failure. Don't beat yourself up as failure. Just look at it as a learning experience. Look at it as something that just didn't work. You're going through a checklist of possibilities, like when the light bulb was invented. It took 10,000 plus tries before the light bulb finally became something that even worked. And now he's telling us that failure is just part of it. If you succeed, you're doing something right. You can make a check on your list of that. If you didn't succeed, then it's feedback. It's another thing to cross off your list of possibilities. As you fail at something, you cross something off your list, and it gets you closer to the success. So you have a checklist. You have a multiple choice question. There's one right answer which will get you the life you want, or that'll help you achieve the goal you want to achieve. You're just trying to get that one right answer. You only have to be right once. This multiple choice question can have a lot of choices, but a failure is just crossing off one of those. Every time something doesn't work, you cross it off. It's like process of elimination. Hopefully it won't take you 10,000 times to cross things off before you hit it, and most times it won't, but you have to keep going until you hit it. until you get it right, until you get the right answer. You always produce a result, whether it's good or bad, and results can be where you learn your greatest lessons. And last but not least, do what you're passionate about. One of the greatest ways to get yourself out of bed in the morning and to actually do great work, to be productive, is to be passionate about what you're doing. As you can see, Tony Robbins in his seminars, his events, his speaking engagements, he's extremely passionate. He shows a lot of emotion in his voice. He gets really intense and he really enjoys what he's doing, and you can tell. And he says this about passion. He says passion is the genesis of genius. He said lack of emotion causes lack of progress and lack of motivation. So without any emotional tie to this, without any positive emotion tied to your work, you're going to have a lack of motivation. Lack of motivation means a lack of work. It means more procrastination. It means a lack of progress being made towards your goals. It means you're putting it off even longer until eventually you wake up 50 years from now and realize you wasted most of your life. Passion creates genius because it helps you be motivated, it helps you enjoy what you're doing, and it makes you want to work. And when you want to work, you come up with your best ideas, you get more done, and you achieve your goals. So that's really what Tony Robbins teaches us about productivity. Those are the 13 best tips I've ever gotten from him, studying him over the years and listening to the things he has to say. If you got something from this video, if you feel like you can apply some of these concepts to your life, please like it and subscribe. I'd love to create more videos for you like this to help you be more productive and create a better life for yourself. If you want to add something to this video, or if you want to just let me know what you thought about it, let me know in the comments. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to get more resources, in-depth articles, and tools that you can use to be more productive, be a better version of yourself, and be more successful, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you didn't succeed, then it's feedback. It's another thing to cross off your list of possibilities. As you fail at something, you cross something off your list, and it gets you closer to the success. So you have a checklist. You have a multiple choice question. There's one right answer which will get you the life you want, or that'll help you achieve the goal you want to achieve. You're just trying to get that one right answer. You only have to be right once. This multiple choice question can have a lot of choices, but a failure is just crossing off one of those. Every time something doesn't work, you cross it off. It's like process of elimination. Hopefully it won't take you 10,000 times to cross things off before you hit it, and most times it won't, but you have to keep going until you hit it, until you get it right, until you get the right answer. You always produce a result, whether it's good or bad, and results can be where you learn your greatest lessons. And last but not least, do what you're passionate about. One of the greatest ways to get yourself out of bed in the morning and to actually do great work, to be productive, is to be passionate about what you're doing. As you can see, Tony Robbins in his seminars, his events, his speaking engagements, he's extremely passionate. He shows a lot of emotion in his voice. He gets really intense and he really enjoys what he's doing, and you can tell. And he says this about passion. He says passion is the genesis of genius. He said lack of emotion causes lack of progress and lack of motivation. So without any emotional tie to this, without any positive emotion tied to your work, you're going to have a lack of motivation. Lack of motivation means a lack of work. It means more procrastination. It means a lack of progress being made towards your goals. It means you're putting it off even longer until eventually you wake up 50 years from now and realize you wasted most of your life. Passion creates genius because it helps you be motivated, it helps you enjoy what you're doing, and it makes you want to work. And when you want to work, you come up with your best ideas, you get more done, and you achieve your goals. So that's really what Tony Robbins teaches us about productivity. Those are the 13 best tips I've ever gotten from him, studying him over the years and listening to the things he has to say. If you got something from this video, if you feel like you can apply some of these concepts to your life, please like it and subscribe. I'd love to create more videos for you like this to help you be more productive and create a better life for yourself. If you want to add something to this video, or if you want to just let me know what you thought about it, let me know in the comments. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to get more resources, in-depth articles, and tools that you can use to be more productive, be a better version of yourself, and be more successful, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.